Hello, welcome to yet another video. Now let's just quickly do something which I said I was going to do at the end of last video. And that is to move these back on top. It's better to have them on top for when we are just doing normal boat mode. So if you just do this, almost. This. Then that should solve some of the problems we had with controlling it above water. And another thing I mentioned was that this thing should be moved to the back. I think that will make the transporting job a lot of less of a hassle. If it is like this. Oh, oops, accidentally had that one selected. Okay, my camera is a bit weird now. But clicking apart fixed that. Right then, let's bring this aerodynamic aspect to the rear as well. As these parts of hydrodynamics and aerodynamics are very similar. And on the front part, let's just add in a third tooth. And then we can test it out. See if this was if this actually was an improvement or not. How do I control this thing again? Right. Here we go. Yeah, it is more stable in this way. So, right, the steering was opposite. Now everything should still work underwater, right? With those enabled, I should naturally float to the surface. Yep. And if I disable them, how did I do that again? Down arrow? Yep. Ah, right. My weight balance has changed again. So now I'll naturally pitch up. Which is bad, but yeah, no, it should be dealt with. But before we do that, let's find out if there are any other issues, as things change a lot when trying to pick something up. kind of very weird driving it backwards. The controls just mess up so very weirdly on the submarine. Does not feel good to drive at all. There we go. It is attached. Now with it attached, I can get to the surface. And I can actually drive it around. Though as it is now, I'm constantly spinning. Let's try to inflate our tanks. That's made it a lot better. Yeah, this is actually doable. I can actually get it home. Just have to think about the reverse control of having it in boat mode. Which makes it a bit difficult, but that's just something I can get used to. Now that I don't have logic gates to just change the behavior. Okay, it's not very controllable after all. I think I'll be making some changes pretty soon. Yeah, this is not an easy task, huh? Okay, how about we deflate, go underwater, and go underwater for a bit. But I'm naturally pitching up, of course. The natural pitching up because of my changes in addition to this is quite bad. Making it really hard to control. So what changes do I want to make? I guess just, well, firstly just make sure that I have more buoyancy when I activate the power. So that I'll be able to operate like a ship when I'm on the water. Yeah. We need to do some measures. But I'm a bit curious. These thingies here, which I've been moving up and down multiple times now. I wonder how it would be to have some both up and down, or both above and under. See? Now I'm a bit too buoyant. I need to sink under more. Or at least have my underwater propellers sink under. But maybe we can fix some other solution for that. Let's try something experimental here. If we attach a piston like this, it will start at position 1, but then it will toggle up and down. Let's see. Up, it should be down. I press down. It should go to the center. Perfect. And there should be no difference between these propellers. So I can just copy over the whole thing. Then here at the front too. Let's just delete all of those. Then we can select these 6 and copy them over. Ah, we didn't select this block on one side. Let's see, boat form. It works. It goes above water a bit too much. So it's not fully efficient, but I'd say it works pretty fine. And now the leaning into trucks is nice too. So will pitching change the situation in a good or bad way? Pitching down has an interesting effect. I become a lot more stable that way. Steering is still reversed though. But that's something I've come to accept. But yeah, and I can... it no longer allows me to go underwater when I'm in fully inflated mode. Now let's deflate. All the pistons moved in right. And I feel very controllable underwater. Everything is moving just the way I want it to. I just inflate. Things move down. And I'm back to being a boat. Oh, and now thanks to the pistons, having them so low, I no longer flip over in the water here. So there's one very gone. Well, let's see. I naturally sink backwards. So the buoyancy here should be increased. Let's try 87. Deflate. Should be even higher. Let's try 90. Deflate. Now I'm pitching downwards a bit. Oh wait, no, I'm still pitching upwards. Did I adjust the correct ones? No, it is opposite. So these go back to 85. These back ones. Well, let's try 95. Deflate. Now I'm pretty sure not much neutral. Just pitching the slightest bit down. Which I'd say is generally just, yeah, this is acceptable. Now let's go and check if we can take the cube with us. Okay, we wanna go right near it. There it's attached to a rack. Interestingly enough, I still have good control. Ah, not good control. Decent control. Okay, let's inflate up. Now we jump a lot. Right, reverse steering. Very large steering radius, and it's like this, but it works. Oh, now it even stopped jumping after the turn. Oh yeah, this works great. I'm really happy about this. So let's take and save this. Should we really place the hold? I think we should. This will still be surface mounted, but it's just very different now. It looks. But before we take that cube and deliver it, I want to try to make this thing amphibious. I want to keep that cube there because it's quite good for testing. Okay, well first I'll have to select some wheels. Now monster truck wheels would be optimal, but I just don't think that's going to work very well realistically. Maybe. Okay, let's start trying stuff. I want to try doing this. Let's see. Wedge 2 by. Oh no, not 2 by 2 before, that's not what I want. I want 2 by 2s. made for long. Then I want to copy this over to the other side. Mirrored. Wait, this game has the mirror mode, doesn't it? I can't use mirror mode thanks to the new parts. So let's just Control X them. That doesn't work, okay. Let's just delete them then. Turn on mirror mode. And let's try this out. I want this piece. Like so. Then we put some aerodynamics into it. As well as a monster truck wheel. Then we select everything, copy it forwards, and move it into the right position. Salvage reset. Funny enough, since I don't have logic gates, this is what W does, this is what S does, and as you can see here now, I only have propulsion when in water. Yeah, let's see how this affects us in the water first. Full speed ahead. Turning now works the correct way. This is A. That's a very positive thing. One very negative thing though is that it has gotten a lot slower. It is pitching down in the water, but that doesn't really matter much when we're in this mode. Now let's deflate and see the changes here. It pitches down a lot. I can now kind of just drive on the surface under the water. If I pitch up, it carries out its job as a submarine perfectly. Only issue being the fact that it pitches down so much. And that it has such slow speed. So I guess I need to add more propulsion to this to increase the speed, and that will also change the way everything works pretty much. So we'll have to do a rebalancing check after that. Now let's just put one in the center of both of these flaps thingies, or feet. Let's see. Space, backspace. That is the control of others. So let's just do the same here. Space, backspace. No, left control, I mean. Not sure where backspace came from. Now when going forwards, this is more of a bumpy ride. Turning still works the correct way. Yeah, we are a lot faster now. I can't submerge when I'm in this overwater mode. Is it pitching up? Is it more bouncy? actually less bouncy. More stable at a loss of speed. Well, let's deflate. Oh ho ho! Now we're pretty much even underwater. But when driving, it will naturally pitch up. Thanks to how the center of thrust is under the center of mass, I believe is the issue here. But the fact is so small, it's very easy to counteract. So I don't actually think I need to change anything regarding that. Now let's try to grab the cube again. So let's just try very close to it. It didn't attach. There, now it's stuck on. I'm actually still decently operational with the thing attached, without that my thing is inflated. But when they're inflated, it just works so much better. What I'm doing is holding space and holding a space and A at the same time, by the way. I'm trying to pitch over this side, but that's not working well. I believe that's fully just because of where we grabbed the thing though. Let's ungrab it and grab it again. That didn't work well. Let's try to grab it better this time. It's nice being so stable underwater. Ooh, nice. Pretty much center. Let's inflate. Now we're up to the surface. Holding space drives us forward as a bit more of a slow boat. Turning is now correct again. And yeah. A bit slower this way. Some of my underwater engines, well, 2 of them are overwater, but it drives nicely. And now I got to land perfectly. Only thing left then, before I call this a success. It's now a surfaceable surface manta. Or a terrain surface manta. But yeah, it still does not have engines for traveling above ground. To fix that, let's just make a hole in here. Can I make a second hole even? I think we can. Let's see. Now it goes all the way into these ones. Then we just take dragon engines all the way in there. Ah, I don't have enough ferry cores to fill with the dragon engines all the way forwards. So let's just use a bulldog for now. That's engine number 2. Then the rest of this must just be normal blocks. And then the beak can fall onto the front again. Those two don't have an attachment point. Easy solution to that would be to rotate the engine like this. Oh, there's no attachment point in between those two. You can do this, but then you lose connection to everything there. Yeah, let's change up how this is. If I put the bulldog up front, that has no connection point along the sides at all. So I guess at the front here you have to do this, and that's satisfied. Then let's also break in here. This is the new place for the bulldog engine. Oh, I deleted the bulldog engine. See, bulldog, flip like this. There. And then these can go in. Like so. Now these can go back in. And everything is solved. Perfect. So write that. Just drive. Right, have to change what the wheels drive by. And also need to add turning. So now I really hope this won't ruin everything, but I'll try to just add more bearings here. And then these will act as the turning. Turning is reversed. The A. Now I can drive on land. With the way I've done this, it will actually ruin how I function in water a bit. But let's see if that's significant or not. Steering became sharper when in boat mode. When I deflate, let's see, then roll still works. So I believe we can just keep it like that. Yeah, it is now actually very... yeah, it's now nice to control. You can just drive softly under the surface while in submarine mode, which looks very surreal. And you can also just enter boat mode and do it like that. One thing to worry about when I'm driving on terrain though is that the underwater propellers are very close to the ground and might get hurt. That doesn't change even if I go like this. And yeah. Let's read the same again. And then let's deliver the cube. Okay, I should have the WNS on a different button. For it to matter too much. But this one, this salvage is big enough to actually collide them back whenever I go up like that. What should I have it on? 1 and 2, I guess. Yeah. I can't configure the wheels. But this I can configure. Okay, 1 and 2. Actually, no, 2 and 3 feels more comfortable. Think 2 for forwards, 3 for backwards. Same for you. 2, 3. And let's get this thing back in. These things back down. Now I can drive like this. Perfect. Well, as perfect as it can get without logic gates, I think. Let's override this, and looking at the clock, that will be the end of this episode. I hope to see you in the next one. Anyways, goodbye.